Hey guys, it's Antonio.
Hi guys, it's Allison.
And guess what? We're at it again. How do you rate it?
Food edition.
Food edition.
So, if you can't tell, Allison is currently sick. Got my cup of honey and lemon tea, but we were still able to go out and eat something.
Yeah, she's not going to never turn down a meal, no matter how high her temperature is, how crappy she's feeling.
Food, food, and more food
is her number one pleasure.
So this time we decided to stop at a brand new restaurant that we came across. It's not new to the St. Louis area. Apparently it's been there for over a year now, but we didn't even know it existed until we drove past it yesterday. What's the name?
Eats Sandwich Shop.
Eat Sandwiches. That's
it. Eat Sandwiches? Is that
you
it?
Always call it the wrong thing. Yeah, Eat Sandwiches. It's located off of Morgan Ford. Excuse me. And it sounds, they serve just like it sounds. Sandwiches. So, what did you get?
I got the jerk chicken sandwich, and I got my phone right here, so got the menu on my phone. So on that, obviously, it's braised chicken thigh, habanero cheese, and Jamaican slaw.
Okay.
We didn't get no appetizers or anything else.
Yeah, no appetizers, no chips, we got some water. But we wanted to focus on what the store is known for, which is their sandwiches. So you got the jerk. What did you think of it?
It's below mediocre, to be honest. I mean, like anytime you put jerk next to something, whether it's jerk chicken, jerk bowl, you're seasoning. The authenticity of the food has to be on point. It wasn't on point. It wasn't seasoned all that well. The bread was not soggy, so I guess that's a plus, because typically when you start adding more and more stuff to bread, it gets soggy.
Correct.
But it was below average, to say the least.
I thought his sandwich had a good bite to it. It had a lot of meat on it, but I agree, like, the seasoning should have been more powerful, because it is jerk chicken, and when you eat jerk chicken, you expect like powerful flavor to come at you. This was just kind of blah throughout the sandwich.
Yeah, I don't really, for me, I don't really care about how much meat you put on it. I just care about the overall quality
and the flavor.
And the flavor of what I'm eating, especially if you name something jerk so-and-so.
Right.
So,
all right, so I got the Cuban sandwich. And it sounds just like, you'd get a Cuban anywhere. It's going to have your pork loin, your ham, yellow mustard, your pickle, and your cheese on it. So, Swiss cheese. And so it sounds just like a Cuban that you would get at any other store. And that's why I chose that one, because I've had Cuban sandwiches from a bunch of different sandwich shops. So it gave me something to compare it to. Mm-hmm. And in my honest opinion, it was just an average sandwich. There wasn't nothing spectacular about it. My least favorite part of the sandwich was actually the bread. So they panini styled my bread. And because the bread itself is naturally thin that they used, the bread became really hard and crispy. I like the panini press because it allows the outside of the bread to harden up a little bit. But this was like, I had to forcefully bite through the sandwich to get to the meat. And I felt like that was a little too tough. Now, if it was just, a nice crisp brown outside with just a little bit of, crunch, this would have been perfect. But the sandwich overall was just average. It wasn't nothing spectacular, and it needed, I don't even know how to describe it. It needed like an oomph. It needed something to give it a push up above everything else to be considered a great sandwich.
And I took a bite of her sandwich, and I was just like, whatever. It's a
Cuban sandwich.
It was a Cuban. I had better.
Yeah. So, all right. 1 out of 5, Antonio.
Well, you forgot about when we first got to the restaurant.
Oh yeah. So this will factor into our grading. The restaurant has hours posted as 11 a.m. as their open time. It's on their door. It was on their website. It was on Facebook where we looked everywhere. And we got to the restaurant at like 11:06. I mean, we even got there.
11:07.
Yeah, we got there at 11:06. Walked up to the door at 11:07. Sign still said closed, and the door was locked. Antonio pulled on the door a few seconds, and finally, the guy came around and was like, "Oh," and unlocked the door for us. He was still setting some stuff up, I guess. He was still down in the basement picking up food, whatever it may be, but he wasn't prepared to open at 11 o'clock. So we still had to wait for him to finish setting up after we got back into the restaurant. And then that was the other kind of negative thing, was not that he wasn't, I don't want to say he wasn't friendly, but he didn't seem like he cared, is I guess the way he just kind of went through the motions.
Like you said, yeah, went through the motions, like kind of standoffish. That's pretty much it, you know.
Yeah, so that was definitely kind of a turnoff where, you know, I want somebody who's going to believe in the product, who's going to be like, "Oh, what are you guys looking for?
Right.
What can I get you? You know, what kind of meat do you like to eat? This is what I recommend."
You want to constantly be getting feedback when you only are selling a sandwich in St. Louis, Missouri, and that's the only product you sell. It has to be something else that's going to draw me back into your restaurant. You know, we spun what, $23.94.
Yeah, $24.
There's so many different options for that price point.
That I could have gone somewhere
I
else
could
to
have
get a
gone
better
someplace
product
else to get a better product
and better service.
better atmosphere. Yeah, so it's
So overall,
Mhm.
with everything in there, what would you rate Eat Sandwiches?
definitely probably like a 2 out of 5.
A 2 out of 5,
Yeah.
based on just everything, right? The food, the
Yeah,
service,
the food,
the hour not being ready.
average, not being prepared. I can't stand people that's not prepared. Like,
All right.
you have to be ready to collect.
Well,
I'm ready to
I
purchase,
am
ready
going to
collect.
give Eat Sandwiches a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Again, same thing with you. I deducted points for the unpreparedness, the attitude of the, you know, I guess server is the way to describe him.
Or owner, because that could be the owner.
It could have been, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
But
really.
As you can tell, guys, we are giving them an average of a 2.25 for Eat Sandwiches. Now, we kind of already answered the question as we did the review, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Would you go back a second time?
Absolutely not. Would not go back a second time. Would you?
I agree with you. I believe there are, like you said, for the price point, I believe there are better options to get an overall experience with food. And if I'm paying for a sandwich, I want a good quality sandwich, not just an average sandwich. So no. But that's our honest review, guys, for you, and that's how we rated it for Eat Sandwiches off of Morgan Ford. So I hope you guys found this review valuable, and I hope you guys stay tuned because we will have more coming soon.
All right. See you later.